this poll has captured the imagination for various reasons, including the fact of the big numbers. But under the big numbers lie the details, particularly the VVIP candidates. Every VVIP candidate wants to know, have I won or lost? क्या मैं जीता हूँ या हारा हूँ? Or क्या मैं जीती हूँ या हारी हूँ? That's the big question which Rahul is going to answer with Preeti. And I'll pipe in every now and then to give all the VVIP constituencies, because I'm very scared of this. Imagine if someone if we get all the big numbers right, Rahul, but we get someone's constituency wrong, come Tuesday, they'll be at us.
Okay, so let's build some caveats and explain what we're going to do, okay? So this is the election intelligence dashboard. We took all the data from Pradeep Gupta's post-poll study and we stuck it into the election intelligence dashboard. What that does then is it's able to give you a power map of India, which gives you a seat-by-seat breakup of what's likely to happen in every single seat of this country. And then we can pick any seat. So for example, if I just take a seat in Mumbai, for example, and I show you what's happening on that seat in Mumbai, let's take Mumbai North just as an example to make that point. I take Mumbai North and I can show you that Piyush Goyal is leading in Mumbai North against Bhushan Patil of the Congress. Just before we go seat by seat, I want to explain that this doesn't mean that this candidate is going to win. It just means in that limited sample that we have for this constituency, Piyush Goyal, the Union Minister in Mumbai North, is leading. So that's essentially what it means. So this is all...
Just to add to this, this is one of the safest seats the BJP has.
The sitting base is 71%.
In fact, the previous candidate won by 69%, got 69-70% of the vote against Urmila Matondkar last time. So this is the one seat in Mumbai which you can clearly say BJP to win.
I'm just making a larger point that as we go seat by seat so that you're able to understand where this is. So if you have a particular request, we're taking requests. So send us requests on any of our social media handles. We'll try and pick some of them up. We've got a selection of 30. So we'll go seat by seat. We'll try and look at that and give you a sense of what's happening. But remember, the most scientific part of the poll is what we've been showing you so far, which is the caste, the gender, the rural, urban, how that's changing. That's where you pick up the real story. This is where Gupta ji just starts saying, Ram, 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 I hope everything's going to be okay, because he doesn't want to be on the wrong side of somebody who actually ends up winning. So just build that. And as I said, Gupta ji, what kind of accuracy do you have on a seat-by-seat basis?
And I just want to add to what Rahul said. You will have seat by seat, presumably, where you'll say close fight.
Correct.
What does it mean when you're saying close fight versus someone who's leading? Let's get that very clear.
Where margin of two party, first and second, is 3 or less than 3%.
Less than 3% is a close fight. Yeah. Because in Maharashtra, for example, you've given about 18 close fights. So there, are you picking a winner, or are you saying, look, either of them can win?
Either can win.
So when we have close...
So Pradeep ji, in UP, when you're giving about 28 to 30 close fights, it's either way?
See, it's in our sample size.
In your sample size?
It's in our sample size.
But it's either way.
So it's either way. It can go either way. That's why it is close fight.
One, I need a clarification, which is like yesterday, Rahul, you mentioned that the total sample size is around 5,80,000 plus. So I assume that per constituency sample is going to be around 1,000 top plus.
1,072.
1,072 number. And Preeti, just to he may explain this better, but I think like the final counting is not happening when you're making a state level projection, then it's not basically splitting that 30 close contest here and there. Then you are looking at the state level sort of vote share averages, and you can still call where those,
I also want to make the point that we've actually polled 4 times over in each seat. So therefore, it's not just the one-time post-poll study that you're seeing. What helps Access My India and India Today is that they've been polling continuously in these areas. Pradeep, what kind of a typical seat-by-seat success ratio do you have? Just so the viewers know that in the interest of transparency before we put the data out.
Last time, in last Lok Sabha election, out of 543, we called 521 seats accurately.
And one more question, which is when you're saying that these are 4 studies sort of done, so the sample size of 5,80,000 is combined total of...
No. 5,80,000 is for this post-poll. The others are earlier. Okay. No, so my own understanding from what I've learned and seen so far is that a seat-by-seat prediction can at best have an 80% success ratio, it can come down to 70, which statistically 7 out of 10 is still pretty strong. Okay, so you have a good sense of what's happening. As Pradeep said, last time they had an even better ratio, but compare that 70 to 80 versus 93, which is the overall directional trend. So your directional trend will always be much stronger. So if you play the markets or if you have a sense of analytics and statistics, 93 versus 70, keep that in mind. Let's get started. Enough caveats, otherwise they'll say there's too much focus on statistics. There isn't on Jeet Conroy. So I'll start with Arunachal. We'll take Arunachal West, where the battle is Kiran Rijiju, Union Minister for Earth Science, Food Processing Industries, the sitting BJP MP. He's up against Nabam Tuki, former Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, the
Hot
state
seat,
Congress
cool hawa.
president.
You have to say hot seat, cool hawa.
Hot seat, cool hawa seems to be blowing in favor of Kiran Rijiju. Will be very relaxed when he sees this. Is it a tough fight, Pradeep, or is he looking comfortably placed there?
Comfortable.
Because
Comfortable, cool hawa.
they also won in a very dramatic fashion in the state assembly. So therefore the chances of this going wrong. Kiran Rijiju, he loves to have a good time, sing music, stay up late. It's also something that he's very, very fond of.
And Nabab Tuki is an interesting character because he was a former chief minister of Arunachal Pradesh and therefore is not a pushover. It was a judgment in his case that became a landmark judgment when it comes to defection of politics. So Nabab Tuki is someone who Kiran Rijiju obviously seems to have had the better of. The hawa, the cool hawa is blowing in his way. Let's turn to Jorhat in Assam. Why is that important? Because Gaurav Gogoi, son of the late Tarun Gogoi, 3-time former chief minister of Assam, is there in the race and he is taking on in that race of Assam.
So Gaurav Gogoi is up against Topon Gogoi, who's the sitting BJP MP in the Jorhat seat. Now this is where the question is whether he chose the right seat or is he chosen a tricky seat for himself. Let's see what this poll is saying about Gaurav Gogoi.
Because the gerrymandering happened, a lot of constituencies, boundaries were changed in Assam.
That's right.
And this is the reason why he had to switch from his existing seat to go to Jorhat, which was used to be his father's
Is he comfortably placed, Pradeep, in Jorhat, Gaurav Gogoi?
No. There is a close fight, tough fight. But in tough fight, BJP seems to be having the little edge.
So you're saying that the fan at the moment, which we earlier showed over Gaurav Gogoi, is not over Gaurav Gogoi. No, the hot seat, cool hawa, is slightly blowing in favor of the BJP. Because it is a tough fight and Himanta Biswa Sarma has made it a bit of a prestige battle to take on Gaurav Gogoi and defeat him in this election.
He's the only go-to man of Rahul Gandhi.
But let's hold it, deputy leader of the Congress, but let's hold it for a while till the results come.
That's right, it's a tough fight.
This is where the hawa is like can't take it takkar, you don't know which way the hawa is.
So it's within the 3% margin, right?
For a moment.
Within the 3% margin.
In our sample size. Here we'll have to put that.
Okay, within the sample size, 3%. Now, Preeti, why don't you go to the next?
All right, 1 second.
It's on the screen.
All right, so let's quickly move on to the next tough fight. Let's see where the cool hawa is blowing. A quick look at that. And the cool hawa pankha is blowing on Rajiv Pratap Rudy. It does seem, and this was a prestige battle in Saran where you had Rohini Acharya, where I believe Rajdeep Lalu was camping in. It was his seat where Rohini is fighting from. And the cool hawa now blowing in favor of Rajiv Pratap Rudy.
Here also close fight. This is also close fight.
Achha, so there's no pankha on him?
No.
So pankha beech mein kar
do.
In between he says tough fight. You see,
Gupta, you can't keep changing your mind. I'm not doing this.
See, the problem is the fan is with the ad.
No, what's that?
Fan is coming with the ad. It's written tough fight.
Achha, so it's cool hawa. It's cool hawa.
It's blowing both ways.
Graphic problem is there because graphic is showing only in one.
आपने बेचारे रोहिणी आचार्य को हार्ट अटैक दे दिया by saying it's already with Rajiv Pratap Rudy, but an interesting one.
So you're saying it's
why Rohini Acharya is interesting. Gave her kidneys to Lalu in Singapore when he had an operation. Was living in Singapore till a few months ago. In fact, in the same building where my sister lives in Singapore, Rohini Acharya there is her neighbor. Suddenly decides that she wants to go back into politics. Was quite a campaigner. But whether it's enough to defeat Rajiv, and Rajiv Pratap Rudy has an interesting history. He's defeated Lalu, he's defeated Misa, and now he could defeat Rohini.
But Rajdeep, this is Lalu's legacy seat. He's been camping there for Rohini Acharya.
But the difference is, Preeti, in the last couple of elections, they've lost Saran. So what's happened is that Saran has moved away.
Gupta ji, who has the edge between Rajiv Pratap Rudy and Rohini Acharya?
Rajiv Pratap Rudy.
So this is the birthplace of Jayaprakash Narayan. It used to call the erstwhile Chhapra seat, which now also witnessed poll violence on the day of polling. there was a terrible instance of poll violence, which we're told may have helped in Patliputra, which is where the other daughter of Lalu Yadav, Misa Bharti, is contesting.